Hey up everybody, it's Gaz here from EnglishWithGaz.com. How are you doing today? Thank you very much for joining me again. In today's video, I'm going to show you 10 ways to say you're welcome without saying you're welcome. Okay, number one, and it's number one on my list because it's what I usually say. No bother. No bother. Now, bother is just a synonym of trouble, so no trouble. You could also say no trouble. But for some reason, and I don't know why, this is what I usually say to people instead of saying you're welcome. I think maybe it's because for years and years I worked on board cruise ships, and for the company I worked for, who I won't name, they were very keen, they wanted you to say, you're welcome, in a very American way. And I think it just now, I wouldn't say it annoys me. If you say to me, you're welcome, it doesn't annoy me. But I find it difficult to say to people, you're welcome, because we were told what to say, like robots. And that always annoyed me. So instead, I think I say no bother. Actually, you know where I learnt this? For a while I lived in Ireland, in Cork, in Southern Ireland. And lots of people there say, no bother. No bother. That's a pretty poor Irish accent, but there you go. No bother. So number one on my list, no bother. You're welcome. Number two, sure, or sure thing. Sure thing is definitely more American, but you will hear English people saying sure. Notice how I say it may be different to someone from the south of England who would say sure, but in the north of England where I'm from, it's pronounced sure. Kind of like a silent R. Very strange pronunciation. Sure. Number three, you got it. This always sounds a little bit cheesy to me, which means a little bit fake, but people say it and they don't mean to be fake. Language is always your preference. That's what's great about it. It's how you feel comfortable using the language, and it's about your character, your characteristics, your personality, who you are. So I wouldn't say you got it because it doesn't sound genuine to me, but other people say it and they are being genuine. So yeah, thank you very much. You got it. There we go. Number four, no trouble, no bother, of course, no problem. You're welcome. No problem. Thanks, Gaz. No problem. Self-explanatory. I don't need to say any more. Number five, any time. Anytime. Absolutely. Anytime. Anytime. Anytime you need me to help you, you got it. Anytime. Number six, that's all right. This one, sometimes we can say to somebody, you're welcome, and we don't actually mean that you're welcome. So when I worked on board cruise ships, even if people were rude to me, I still had to say to them, you're welcome, because that's what customer service is. And I'm not going to complain because it was my job, and this job gave me a great opportunity to travel the world, which I did. But sometimes we have to say to people, you're welcome, if you work in retail or you work in the service industry. And maybe you don't really want to say you're welcome, but you have to say something polite, something courteous to acknowledge that the person said thank you. So this one's a good one. That's all right. The intonation that I used, it's polite, it's cheerful, it's friendly, but I'm not saying to you you're welcome because maybe you're not welcome. Maybe you were a horrible customer and you spoke to me like muck on your shoe and you were mean to me and you were nasty, but still, it's my job to be polite, so I'm not going to ignore you. You said thank you. I will say, that's all right. Smile on my face. It's fake. That's all right. Inside my head, I can't wait for you to leave. That's all right. Number seven, my pleasure. I actually like this one, but I always worry that saying my pleasure sounds cheesy, fake, like you got it. So sometimes I try not to, but with family and friends who know me well, who know I'm not being fake, my pleasure is something I would say, probably to my mum, I'd say that to my mum because, she's my mum. I love her, of course. So it's my pleasure. Number 8, not at all. And, it's not a problem. So maybe you've done something for somebody, it was very small, it wasn't important, it wasn't difficult for you to do. I'm going to the shop, I call my friend, I'm going to the shop, do you need anything? Yeah, I need some milk. Okay, I deliver the milk to their house. They live next door to me, for example. Thanks, Gaz. Not at all. Not at all, because it was no effort, no extra effort at all for me to do it. I was already going to the shop. You live next door to me or you live near to me. It's 10 seconds extra in my life to help you, so not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Number 9. Don't mention it. Don't mention it, okay? So again, it's just a very humble way to say that you're welcome to somebody. They are thanking you for doing something, and maybe it was a big deal. Maybe it was a lot of extra effort for you to do it, but you're a kind person and you like helping other people. So, I know I'm awesome, but come on, don't mention it. Obviously, I'm laying it on thick. I'm over exaggerating there, but you could just say, yeah, it's cool, man. Don't mention it. You're my friend. It's all right. I've known you forever. Whatever. I wouldn't do this for everybody, but for you, not a problem. Don't mention it. You're welcome. And number 10, surprisingly, is cheers. Now, a lot of people think that you would say cheers to say thank you, or cheers when you're having a drink, which you would. You'd say cheers in both of those situations. But I sometimes find myself saying cheers to mean you're welcome. So someone might say to me, thanks, guys. Cheers. It's interchangeable. It's not impolite. It's not rude to say cheers. It can be understood as you're welcome. So sometimes I will say it to mean you're welcome, just to end the dialogue, to end the conversation. It's been great. Thank you very much for your help, guys. Cheers. It's kind of like you're welcome, thank you, goodbye, all in one go. Cheers. Probably the most used English word, or one of the most used English words. So there we go. 10 ways to say you're welcome without saying you're welcome. And of course, there's nothing wrong with saying you're welcome. It's just that there are so many other ways that you can say it that would maybe fit your personality better. So the next time somebody's thanking you, think about what you're going to say you're welcome. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, where you'll find other videos like this that I make, including idiom videos. I make a vlog to teach you English in context. I'm also available on social media by searching English with Gaz. You'll find me on Facebook, VK and Twitter and all that jazz, blah blah blah. That's not what you're here for, but I've got to tell you so you don't miss it. So thank you for watching, take care of yourselves, and if you do want to study English one-on-one, I am an online English teacher. You can find more information about that at englishwithgaz.com, all one word, englishwithgaz.com. Until the next video, take care of yourselves, stay safe, I'll see you later. Bye for now.